Alright, so we're outside. We're going to be giving the power supply a quick blowout and dust off, as well as the chassis, and then we'll give everything a quick wipe down. So starting with the power supply. Just going to stick a screw in there so we don't roll up the fan. And that's looking pretty good. Do the other side. Now just enough to stop the propeller. That's getting much of anything else. This is pretty clean. Alright, move on to the chassis, or case, sorry. Pop the door off, set that aside. There is the slit for it, but there is no screen. Now, I remember mine having one that you just pinch together, slide it out. You could, you know, scrub it and wash it, but I'm guessing we don't have that on this one. Not a deal breaker. This means more cleaning than required once this thing's fired up and running. Some Mullet's power coming out the backside, so I wonder what the heck is running through there. No, it's just this guy for the fan. Okay. Dust. Wear a mask. I failed to do it again. Today is the first time probably doing any of these cleanings, and it's not blistering hot. It is beautiful out. I think we're pretty good for right now. We'll wipe everything down inside. We're going to remove the floppy drive from here so we can wipe this down. That isn't very good. Let's try this. Need to get a different head. Nope. I'll probably swap these screws, make them all the same. Yep. That's out. Who knows if this works? We'll find out. But good to have an internal one. I do have a USB floppy. Let's see here. Where's my rag? Looks clean, so I'm not going to hit it with contact cleaner. Push your cable back in. Now this is dusty inside, stuff that's just stuck. Looking pretty good. Key's just getting dust and dirt off. This isn't grimy or anything, just dusty. Alright, so that's clean. And now the hard drive case. There's actually a fan in here. Mine, I don't think I recall mine having a fan cooler in the hard drive cage. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I have a fan that I can actually slot into that. This will also act as like an intake as well, which always good to have that. Definitely want the airflow, because this is an older case, so you don't have the hard, you know, the power supply is now mounted through the top. That's a screw loss, but that's okay. We're gonna use different screws for this stuff. Not wearing gloves. No mask, no gloves. Breaking every rule that I typically do when touching hardware from somewhere else. But just wash your hands. Let's see if we can pop this out. Does it slide out this way? Yep, slides out that way. Or not. I wonder how you get that over the lips. That's interesting. So that's clipped back into place. Maybe it's not supposed to come out. Alright, well, I guess just pop a fan in there. Alright, cool. Drives and cages are clean. Move on to wiping down the side case, or the side panel. Alright, we're just going to hit it with a little bit of cleaner. basically just using a vinegar-based soluble, so it's got a little bit of a smell, but you know, that's only initially. And this came from a nice home. This was just stuff sitting around in his garage, so I can understand why the dust buildup was there. But he had, according to my friend that got all this, he had a lot of PC stuff, so I should actually check on and see what he's got posted on Facebook and see if there's anything else that I might scoop up that he just didn't have out at the time. I saw that he sold like a laptop or two and like another PC case. I actually had hardware on it. I would have been interested in that, but I guess we didn't know at the time. It was just kind of like what he had out. So scooped up that and a couple of sound cards and a graphics card, AGP card to be specific. I should have scooped up PCI Express. He was basically just giving them out for like 10-20 bucks a shot. Should have, you know, said like, you know, should have just reached out to him and be like, I'll take a bucket of all your wares, you know, give me a price. Alright, this will be a little bit more careful. But I'm just gonna spray the outer case here. Don't want to hit it with the electronics yet. Don't use anything other than contact cleaner. Very high concentrated alcohol to clean electronics. So this I'm just cleaning up the metal and like the front plastic. And you don't want anything to corrode the board. So I think that should be adequate. Those are all cleaned up. And I'll move on to wiping down the case. Alright, don't know if you can see it all. No, there's going to be reflections because it's clear plastic, but this is the side panel. Alright, we'll give that a moment to dry and then I'll flip it over to the other side. Now we're flipped over. Now if I really wanted to, I could pop the plastic off. Looks like, you know, there's obviously a little bit of dirt that gets on in there just over the years, but it's not terrible by any stretch. Sorry, it's not a really big desk. So, look at, you get the idea. Just give everything a wipe down here. Fan is pretty clean too. And just do a quick one of these. I didn't hit this with the compressor. Thought about it after I finished doing the tower, but it's pretty good. Seen way worse in my day as far as just overall cleanliness. All right. a couple little scuffs on the plastic, but onto the tower. Onto the tower. Start at the top. Yeah, this probably shred my cloth a little bit. Come on, out of the way. There we go, now we got some filth. It's funny, my garage is total disaster trying to get rid of stuff, organize stuff, get stuff to the attic, out of the attic, set up a place to do all my recording. And I'm being this meticulous about getting this all wiped down when it's not too terrible. Like I said, this one was just dusty, you know, got a layer of dust on it from sitting around, you know, nothing living in it. Just get it, pop this guy out. I'll have to see if I got any fans laying around of this size. This might be an LED one. I might have a matching one. I was gonna try to throw into an Xbox. Let's see what we got. Yeah, for anyone that's young, power supply on top. This one has 2 exhaust ports on the back. I think it's got 2 potential fans in the front that I could do because there's one in the hard drive cage. So that's actually not bad. I think my version of this had only 1 fan on the front down here where this one kind of is located, and then it had 1 port in the back, and that was it. So a little bit more is not bad, and this is an older system. It shouldn't get too crazy hot like the modern stuff does. All right, put the fan to the side. Actually, the fan's a little dirty. We'll take care of that. Sorry, I keep going out of camera view here. Curious what my total time on this will be. If this was all new hardware with no necessary cleaning, obviously we'd already be beyond to installing components at this time, but taking the extra few minutes to give everything a quick wipe down, start with a clean slate. You know, I want to do it right as I can without driving myself too crazy for taking too long. All right, so our fan is definitely, yeah, definitely I can see a difference. So, I mean, this cloth isn't too bad overall, but definitely some, you know, dust and dirt from over the years. No, hit the inside of the cages. I'll have to figure out a way to put a filter screen on the air intake to help out with the, keeping the dust out. Maybe some pantyhose or something to that effect. I forget what this is for. Maybe being able to slot cables in now? I forget what that is. Everyone knows what the little purple thing is here. I'm sorry, yeah, I don't know what I did. But yeah, if anyone knows what this purple bracket's for, I'm guessing cable management, maybe? I don't know. If you know, let me, you know, throw a comment down out in the, yeah. Leave a comment if anyone knows what that really is or what it was for. I'm thinking cable management of some sort. do have a CD drive in here. Should pop it out just to see what it is. Let's do that. So we got a compact. It is a DVD drive, it's not a burner. I think I got a burner floating around I could throw in here. Yeah, just a regular DVD drive, that's fine. That's all we'll probably need for this guy, just so we can load games onto it. April 2002, so this is, so that's really right before, you know, I mean, this is the April before my computer, you know, my Dell took a crap, and then I embarked on building this thing, so, okay. So, it's period accurate. Just move these brackets out of the way. I don't think I got the back side here. Front quick like that. No Antec sticker. There was one though, it's a little sticky. Perfect match. No, tinier. Let's see. Perfect. Tip of the screwdriver. Bald head's probably getting in your way. Sorry. Q-tip will work good too. But tip of a screwdriver wrapped in cloth does the job. Then why not? It's easy. You want to buy a magnetic tip. This side's got some scratches, like I said. Black Sharpie probably would cover a lot of this up, but no dents really. And just giving the inside of the panel a quick wipe. Now that's done. And then we'll wipe up this inside part here, and then we're good to go. Great. I guess I could do the bottom.